it seems like Tank may not go up to 140 like anymore, right? So like it seems like he's staying at 135. And I know I asked you earlier about, you and Keyshawn have to, like it was like you guys should have maybe fought on Crawford Spence, just what I thought. But should Keyshawn just face you instead of Tank, or would you give Keyshawn a shot to go after Tank? Because he's fighting this week, and I'm sure he's at that kind of same stage where he might come to 140. Dare he stay at 135?
Man, I ain't gonna lie. We need to see him in this fight against De Los Santos. Like we need to see him in this fight against De Los Santos. They've been doing a great job with Keyshawn. Keyshawn a good fighter, but honestly, the styles they've been putting Keyshawn in there with, like he's the more athletic, the more like superior fighter. Like Top Rank do a great ass job of building they fighters up, they A side fighters up, and making them look like they just these crazy ass monsters. And then they get in there with somebody who you get on there and on the even playing field, and then you don't do that good. So I want to see this fight with De Los Santos, and that's what I'm saying. Like I'm gonna give him his flowers. Like he go out and do what he's supposed to do against De Los Santos. I'm like, okay, all right. He nice. Yeah, I respect it. He is a good fighter, but I just feel like them styles that he fighting is tailor made for his style. Like them
Mhm.
guys ain't no none of them is nothing special that he's fought. So I just want to see him fight somebody who's got some athleticism to him. Cause them guys he fighting don't. They may be tough and rough, but shit, they ain't he. De Los Santos gonna be his first test, honestly. Everybody else he fought is either going out the door or just like him fighting for that belt. That dude and come on now,
Key
he
said it was easy. He mentioned it was easy.
yeah, he was just tough. He just tough. But when we talk skill, you know how I go, man. We talk skill. That dude wasn't no skillful fighter. Who did he even fight to get that belt?
He beat Navarrete.
Mm,
I mean,
never
he
tough.
came up in his fourth weight class. I mean, it's arguably, some people, but styles do make matchups,
Styles
right?
make fights. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Styles make fights. At the end of the day, like styles make fights. And one thing I know about Keyshawn do good against bangers. He do good against bangers. A slick fighter who can move and do a little something or got some speed. He have a little harder time of doing what he want to do with those type of fighters.
You think Andy Cruz would be that guy, or just he's not as experienced as the pros because it's
As a
different.
pro, yeah, it's different now. I think that right now, I think Andy Cruz is more like if we talking skill. I think Andy Cruz. I think both of them. I think right now, Keyshawn got more of the pro side in his arsenal than Andy Cruz right now. And we talk
Mhm.
like right now, I think that the rounds and all of that. Andy Cruz got an active style. He moved, but he over there with Ennis and them, and he's slowing it down. So his process, he gonna develop a lot faster than if he wasn't with a guy like Ennis and them. His style is gonna become more of a pro style just because he over there training with them guys.
Hmm.
But right now, I think that Keyshawn got the edge over as a professional. His style has transferred more as a pro than Andy's, I would say.
Awesome. Well, look, I want to get back to you. I appreciate you answering all the questions about all the fighters around your division because everyone's going to want to know your opinion and your thoughts, right? But with you, with this kind of involuntary time off, right? I know you're spending time, you're working with a new trainer, Buddy McGirt. You're out, I think there's sightings of you at Mike Tyson, Jake Paul, even like doing some line dances with the Can't Get Enough Tamia, I think a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, that's my shit right
Um,
there.
but do you feel like this time off, right, like has allowed you to, I guess, find yourself a little bit more? Were you able to do some investments? Were you able to do something a little bit that you weren't able to do in your downtime that that you know, I mean, you got some money now, you know, you got money, you know, you got attention, you know, you're comfortable. Not the way you want to be, but you know, you worked hard for this spot. So
Yeah, a
like,
little
were you
more
able to do
comfortable.
anything?
Yeah, no, for sure. I was definitely able to do more than than I was able to like back in the day. But hell yeah, I was able to do more. But like more like what?
Just
I've been out
anything
the
different, like
country.
you know
I've
what I mean?
been
Like you know, like something that was just different. Like, did you open a restaurant? Like you know, were you spending some time to maybe with family? Did you help? You know what I mean? Like it's just you fought on
oh
a
yeah,
big
yeah. I
card.
looked
Like
out for
life's
I looked
different.
out for a lot of my yeah, I looked out for a lot of my family, but man, honestly, I ain't gonna lie to you. It's a lot. Like when you the thing is, man, when doing this, it's all about like all right. So when you do it, you ain't doing it for yourself, right? You make the money, you do all that, right? The goal is never to be like, all right, I'm gonna be selfish or I'm doing this for myself. The goal is to always look out for, you know what I'm saying, people who are around you and
Hmm.
came up with and stuff, right? But what I noticed, man, when I really got like when I this last fight, even my fight before this fight, what I noticed is like, man, it's more it's a lot it's stress. You lose a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, just because of a lot of people feel obligated or entitled to what you got or what you know what I'm saying, or what they feel like you should do for them, so man, I swear like that shit is it's a blessing to be able to have it, but then again it's just like a damn. You go through stuff. You get to see a lot, and it be with people who you love the most, and then you just be like, damn, like all because of money. It'd be fallouts
Hmm.
all because of money, because of what a person feel or expects you to do for them. So it's some things I loved about being able to have the money, and then there's some shit I hated, or hate.
Did you feel like you had to like cut some people off? Because Clarissa kind of mentioned something similar like that, and even Terrence was like, "Yo, I had to kind of like, yo, I had to start saying no, like at a point."
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, you see a lot. You get to see a lot when you get to weaving out certain things, or when you get to slowing down on spending and all of that. A lot of times, people who may have been around for a while, they'll stop.
Hmm.
They'll just stop coming around as much, and when there ain't nothing coming, they'll just stop coming around. Or if you just chilling, they might not come kick it with you how they used to when they know you're gonna be turned up and you doing everything like. It's just I don't know, man. The shit it's one of them things where it's just like shit. I don't know. It's a blessing to be able to get the paper, but shit, it's a
Hmm.
lot that come with this shit.
Yeah, now kicking a lot of game,